Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Well, if you hang around me much at all, you know I love 49 and Market. Love everything they do. Katie Petite and 49 and Market are just two peas in a pod. I mean, they're made for each other. Thank goodness. And I've shown you paper lines, hot off the press paper lines from 49 and Market and Katie Petite. Excuse me, the designer, the artist, the extraordinaire. And I will link her information below too, because she has digital files, she has fabric, all kinds of stuff kind of on her own. Well, on her own, not kind of, on her own. So anyway, lots of neat stuff there. But we've had a lot of questions, and I know in the store we always have lots of questions. There's a little more to 49 and Market other than their paper collections. And they have memory keepers, albums, whatever you want to call them. And there's a lot to them, and they can be confusing. So I thought I would go through all of this and kind of explain and hopefully make it easier for you to make a decision, because I know a lot of people want to do this, but it's like, oh my gosh, there's like 50 million pieces and, no. This is a great way if you're interested in albums, a great way to get started, to kind of learn the lingo and measurements and how things work and all that. Like I said, it's just a great stepping stone. These are your baby steps. And after you do a few of these, I mean, you may want to just stick with this system, or you may want to go out on your own. This can grow. This can be customized. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. So let's jump in and see what we have. See what all's going on in the world of 49 and Market and albums. All right, let me move this to the side over here. All right, so there's two different styles. There's Foundations memory keepers. There's a quad folio and an envelope magnetic closure. So they're made a little bit different. We're going to open these and see. Excuse me. All this comes in black and white. So there's a quad folio in black and white, and then there's the envelope magnetic closure in black and white. So all this comes in black and white. All right. I didn't want to bring both of them out here because it was just going to be more stuff and maybe a little confusing. And I didn't want that. I want to make you unconfused. All right, so let's open this one. This one is the quad folio. All right. Let's make a pile over there. All right, so this just slips off. This is just the covering. Come on here. Let's see. This is a chipboard folio structure with space to build. Okay, the measurements on this are 6.75 by 8.5 by 2.375. Okay, so this is the quad. Let me move some more of this. I don't have a big enough space for all this. I'm going to have a big avalanche. Okay, let me move this down here. All right. So this is what it looks like. All right. Nice structure. Okay. So there's magnets already in here. Okay. So it opens up like this. And then it opens up like this. And then there's more cardboard here. More safety stuff. And then it opens up like this. Okay, hence the quad 4. All right. And folds like this. And then again, has the magnets right here. And that's what closes. Okay, and you see that you have all this room in there. Okay, there's lots of room. So with this one, let's see, how do we want to do this? Will be the easiest. Okay, for the quad folio, and you purchase this by itself, okay? For the quad folio, you have the inserts. Let me grab these. I just stuck them under here. You sit over there and be still. Okay, for the quad, we have Foundations A. Okay, that will fit in there. Okay, sorry about the little interruption. All right, with any of these, you can use pretty much with either one. Okay, so Foundations A, it shows you in here, includes 19 die cut pieces. All right, shows you the measurements. So what's nice is about these pieces is that you can move these if you want them in, in this section, that section. It's totally up to you. And then they also give you additional spine hinges to create more pockets or folds or whatever. Okay, so we have a Foundations A, we have a Foundations B, okay, and we have a Foundations C. Okay, and we're going to open these up and you'll see what the what is. All right, let me show you where's my other one? The envelope. This one is, that goes to the envelope. And this is where, like I said, it's a little confusing because there's a lot of pieces, but then it's nice that you have a lot of pieces so you can really mix and match. I know for the beginner it's a little daunting, it's a little intimidating, but don't let it intimidate you. Remember, it's just paper. It's not going to get you, I promise. It's going to be fun. All right, well, okay, I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, so this is the envelope one. So this, hence the envelope shape, okay? And it has strong magnets that open up, which they need to be strong because once you start layering your paper and all your flips and folds in here, you need them to be strong. So that's nice that they're already in there for you. So this one opens up. Get rid of that. Okay. This one is going to open up like this and like this. So this is like a plus sign, if you can see. All right. So, whoops. So close, close, close. Nope, they did it the wrong way. This one goes like that because your magnet's right there. All right. And then you see the room that you have in there. And I'm showing you that because when you add just one of these folios in there, you're going to have a lot more room. So you can add a lot of stuff in there as long as you're still able to close everything. Okay. So with this one, here's an envelope, gatefold flip folio, has magnets in it. And then this one includes a template for cutting the cover because you're going to, cover all this with whatever paper you want, hopefully 49 in Market. And then here's some more flips and folds. Okay, and then the extra hinges. Then this is Pocket Folio. And what helps you out a little bit too is it shows you a picture of your heart album. That helps a little bit. But you can actually use these, in the other ones. All right, so this one looks like a waterfall and then a couple of pockets there. And then an extra envelope thing there. Okay, we're going to open each one of these up and look at them. All right. And what's nice is that these come with the magnets that you need also. The other ones you don't necessarily need magnets. You can if you want to. So let me throw these to the side. Remember, both of these come in black and white. All right. So if I can get those to stay over there. All right, let's start with Foundations A. So when you open it up, okay, again, everything is cut and scored for you. So you have a pile of this white stuff. All right. So we have here, okay, there's like a little plus sign. And everything is scored for you. You see the little spines there. Okay. And with 49 in Market, there's all kinds of extras that you can add to decorate with this. They have little file folders. They have more pockets. They have all kinds of wonderful stuff. And I'll show you that when we start decorating. But I wanted to show you the basics. Okay. so there's this. Then there's this one. Just simple. Okay. Then we have two of these. There's score marks here. Okay. So different flips and folds. So you can this is all customizable. This is all your imaginations. But what's nice is that these are cut and scored. So you don't have to worry about trying to measure and is it going to fit and all of that. Okay. Then we have two more that are landscape that go this direction. Okay. So you can make these into, like I said, you're going to have your tabs, but you can make them into where it flips open like this, or they both flip open the same direction. I mean, like I said, it's totally you. All right, then we have our waterfall. Let me get those. Okay, so we have a waterfall that's landscape. Okay, those are scored for you. So you just have to fold and then decide where you want them. And then you have another waterfall that's portrait. Okay, scored up there for you. All right, then you have these extra hinges, different sizes, and there's, looks like 3 and 2. So these are hinges. So if you have one of these pieces, let's say this one right here, that opens up like this. Okay. And instead of gluing it just straight down and that being one of your pages, you could add a hinge to it. Okay, so not only will it open up, 3 ways, then it will also open up like this. Okay, and then you have your smaller ones for your smaller stuff. Okay, so let's get this put back together. I don't want to get everything messed up because I'm trying to keep it all separate so you'll know when we start making an album exactly what we're using, because I'll be using pieces from everything. All right, foundations B. Okay, foundations B, what do we have here? So we have, all right, so this looks like, turn it around this way. So this will open up this way. And then this part is a pocket. Will be like a 3D pocket. So again, there's 2 score lines here. There's 2 score lines there. So it will, we can go ahead and fold that up. And we can fold right on the score line. So this is what this will look like. And then when you glue everything down, then you'll have a pocket here. So you could fill it full of, big tags, memorabilia, all kinds of things. All right, so then we have this piece. And the whole idea for this is, let me do that so it'll lay flat, is you can take this, and like I said, when you have the quad folder, so you have 4 different areas that you can play with. So if you want this one in the first quad, you can. If you want it in the last quad, you can. It's all yours. All right. So that's why there's no real instructions, because it's what you want to do. All right. What do we have here? Okay. Looks like we have pockets on either side. So that's what these tabs are for. This will go in. So you'll have pockets on either side. Okay. And then we have just pages. Okay, and you can add these all different ways. I'll be showing you when we make the album. And then we have another one, just plain. And it looks like we have one that has a tab on it. So that will be a flippy fold. And then we have hinges. Looks like we have maybe 4 hinges that we can use or not use. So if we have, say, this big piece right here, so not only does it open like this, this will be pockets, but open like this, if you wanted to add a hinge to it, then the whole thing would open. Okay, and you can layer it with other pieces. All right. Let's get this one back together. I know, and you're probably thinking, oh no, that's so crazy. It'll all start making sense when we make it. And other ones might be thinking, well, I do all that on my own. And that's great. But for those that don't, or that want to make a quickie album, and you don't have to worry about cutting and scoring, then, you know, hey, this is really for everybody. Foundation C. What we have here. Take this out. Foundation C. All right, what do we have here? Lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. All right, so we have this piece. Opens like this. Looks like we have some little score marks there for something. We will find out. We have these little pieces. They look like little mini books. Okay. Several of those. We have extra spines again. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these that look like bigger books. And then another page that opens up like this. There's the little spine area, and then it has score marks. I don't know if you can see right there. So I'm sure that's lineup marks for something. And we have another one that has score marks this way. So let's see what the instructions say. What instructions? Okay, this is for the trifold folio with score marks for 6x4 cascading flaps. One booklet with score marks for 6x4 cascading flaps. Okay, so it's just giving you, if you can see, here's like a waterfall, but instead of having just one page, you know, one flap, then another flap, and then another flap, you're actually going to have 2 flaps with each one, and you're going to have front and back. So there's a lot of room to put pictures. Okay, so you're going to have them this direction, and you're going to have them this direction. And then if you want to make this whole thing, once it's closed, to fold over, that's what your hinges are for. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And another nice thing about this is that they give you lots of room to add. I mean, you could have just one of the hardcover folios and get one of these, and you're kind of done. You know, that's all you have to do, and then just add your pictures or your memorabilia or whatever you're going to do. Or you can use several of these in the same book, or you can go rogue and do your own thing. Make your basic, and then add your own flips and folds, because, I'll show you why, because in a minute. Okay, this is for the envelope pocket. The one that has the envelope shape on the front. So it comes with the magnets. We have extra spines here, 2 different sizes. Okay, so there's one, has the scored tab on there. So you can use that like so. You have one here that is scored all 4 directions, so that would be like a pocket. Here is, excuse me, for your envelope flap. Okay, here looks like a couple of big pockets. So you could use those on 2 different pages there. And again, all scored for you. And this one, have to think about this one. It's scored here and then scored here. So we'd have to see on that one how they use it and how we'd want to use it. Okay, and then here is another complete piece. So this opens up like the book. You have your envelope part, a little score there, scores there, and there. And then your hinges, you have this. Of course, it'll be all squared up. If you wanted this whole thing to open, add a hinge. You could do on either side, and this whole thing could open up. And then you add, you know, different things underneath. Let's flatten that out. All right. We have one more of the folios to go through. They've recently come out with a different kind of book too, which is a lot of fun. Ooh. All right, so then we have this one. This is also for the envelope board, or the envelope folio. Magnets, extra hinges. Like I said, if you want to use them, fine. If you don't, fine. So here's one. Like I said, scored over here. Then you have scored up here at the top. Then for your envelope portion. And you'll use this as, let me make sure it's not in here. Looks like you will use this as a template to cut your paper out to fit that envelope part on your folio. And you have this piece. So like I said, this will be glued down in one of the sections. If you wanted to make it a hinge, have a hinge where it would open up, so you would glue just the hinge down. So not only would it open like this, but then it would open like this. Okay, because your hinge, or the other direction. Okay, and here's one complete piece. That would go in one of your sections. Opens up like this. Or if you wanted to add a hinge, you could make this whole thing open up. Or the big hinge, this whole thing could open up. And then this one, okay, there's your envelope part. And then this opens up 3 times. Okay, so like I said, you could buy one of these and fix it up. You could buy 2 of these, fix it up. You could buy 4 or 5 of these, use it on one. It's just your imagination. All right, so that's the end of those. And the reason I say, if you want to do something a little extra on your own, 49 Market has essential cardstock. This is 110-pound cardstock weight, 20 sheets. Doesn't have the GSM on there, but so they have it in black and they have it in white. All right, so same paper that they use there, so you could cut and score your own, add to. All right, let me get those down there. All right, so we have those folios. They also recently came out with something a little different. Which these are Create an Album. Don't say, oh my gosh, there's more, there's more. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, so these are just like book covers. All right, nice, hard. If you make your own albums, which I do everything from scratch. But if you're in a hurry or, you don't have the chipboard you need, it's nice to have a few of these on hand because this is already made for you. And then you can just, add the innards, dress it up a little bit, and you're done. All right, so create an album. So all these come in black and white. So we have the tall standard album. All right, and you notice the size of the spine. And then we have a tall standard album with a wide spine. Okay, same measurements, just one is wide and one is not so wide. Both come in black and white. All right, then we have the portrait, or the landscape. This is the wide standard standard album cover. Anyway, this is the long one. Let me show you the difference here. So this is more what we call the regular book. And then there's this one. Okay. So you can see the difference there, maybe. All right. So this one comes with the standard spine and it comes with the wide spine. I just happen to not have that one, surprisingly, but it has the wide spine. All right, black and white. The other ones come in black and white. All right. And then for these, they have fun stuff here. Create an album. Comes in black and white. Okay, this is tall page books, and then we have wide page books. All right, so if you look at the back, it'll show you a little bit. So this is your standard tall, your regular book. It has 2 spines in there for you. Has single sheets, has horizontal folded sheets, has vertical folded sheets, and then it has a side flip. So depending on how many pages you want to put in your album, they give you plenty of spine. So you can use one or you can use both. Okay? So you're going to use both if you have the chunky spine or one if you have the regular spine. Okay? And then this is for the wide book, like the landscape. Same thing here. I give you 2 spines. You're going to use one for the regular spine shape, width. Oh. And then if you use the wide one, you can use both of those. Okay, and you have your single pages, your side flips, your vertical, excuse me, fold overs, and your horizontal fold overs. All right. Everything comes in black and white. And then we have the 4x6 waterfall enclosure set. Okay, this is what this looks like. And this is what it looks like on the back. So this will actually fold up and kind of hide your waterfall. So it's a more interactive piece. All right. And we will go over those when we make one of these. Okay. If you didn't want to do your album, the ones we're just now talking about, if you didn't want to do the spines like this and the album, you know, all the flips and folds, and you want to make something really simple, they have a binder mechanism. So it's a 2-hole, excuse me, 2-hole punch that you can use for your pages. So this just goes in your spine, or it can go up the top on the second part. Let me show you here. So if you wanted to put one of these right here in the spine, and then have your pages turn, just like, you know, the 3-ring binder, but this one's a 2-ring. If you wanted to use these in your tall album, put one there in the middle. You could put one here at the top where your pages fold this way. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with it. And that way you don't have to mess with all of the other. You could just keep it really simple. Then, of course, they have a binder punch. So your pages will be, your holes will be in the same spot every time to match this. These come in black and white. All right. There's a closure here. It's like a wide rubber band that you can use if you wanted to close your books. They're kind of chunky monkey. You don't want them falling open because they're going to be full. Here's a rubber band that you can use to keep them closed. Comes in white and black, and they will fit any album. Okay, so they give you lots of options, and that's why I wanted to do this, so you would understand this a little bit better and not be so intimidated. So we're going to be making probably a couple of albums and using all the different pieces, different ways you could do it. I'm going to do a whole series on it, and I'll be using a couple of the 49 in Market collections on these albums that we talked about over here. The envelope or the quad fold. Okay, 49 in Market paper that is 4x8, 6x8 matches this perfectly. Gives you a little border around, matches it perfectly. Do I have one here? No, cause an avalanche there. So there's no cutting, there's no trimming, whatever. For these main pieces, it's just perfect. The only thing you would have to measure is like right here. You know, if you're going to cover these areas. But as far as the main areas and these main pieces, let's see. These main pieces, you don't have to cut anything. The 6x8 papers fit it exactly. So that makes it nice. It's kind of like they knew what they were doing, huh? All right. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. And we're going to start working on some albums. I'll probably start out easy and then work our way up to do a lot of the flips and folds. We'll be using all these sets. We'll be making our own, adding our own stuff in there. because I love to do this. So, like I said, if you have any questions, if you need me to go over something else, let me know, and we will go from there. So get excited. Think about which collection you want to use if you want to go along with me, and we'll be getting started. All right. Bye for now.